What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is erinbies. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps to try and recruit you and sell you or sell you an overpriced product. Guys, I got a new computer. I have to tell you. And I'm looking at myself going, I cannot believe how clear this is. So if you guys are noticing a difference, let me know. I'm very excited about it. And anyways, let's get to today's video. If you are brand new, hello, hi. I am so glad that you are here. And if you've been here for a while, thank you so much. I appreciate every single view, every single comment, every single share, subscriber, member. You guys are incredible. And I'm just grateful that you guys keep showing up here. Appreciate it. If you'd like to follow me on social media, here are my social media handles. And you can check me out. I'm getting ready to get on, what's the new one? Hive or something. I'm getting ready to, once they get their server situation figured out, I'm going to be on there as well. So today's video, I was sent this video. I've actually featured this person on my channel before. She is in Awakend, and there's a couple things that are, I don't want to say my favorite, but kind of my favorite. Number one, I really find it fascinating when an MLMer is ranting on their social media. Not because they're ranting, not because they're upset, but I find it fascinating because it's typically for a reason, you know, like something happened in their inbox or a team member left. It's kind of like them telling on themselves in a way, and it just backs up everything that the anti-MLM movement talks about, and specifically the things that I've talked about after being in an MLM for so long. The other thing that I love is it's kind of along the same thing. There it is. And I love when they tell on themselves. They don't mean to, but they do all the time. So this is like the best of both worlds. And this is not about her. And I don't know her. I don't need to know her. I am highlighting the behavior. I am highlighting the tactics used by many of these MLMers. And I think I did actually feature her on my channel, I'm pretty sure. And if I remember correctly, she was cross-recruiting. She was, it was kind of along the lines of, it's different over here kind of thing. So I have watched a few minutes of this and it was pretty wild. And so let's watch the rest of this together. You can drop your commentary below. And yeah. Let's do this.
What is up, my party people? Ashley Crawford in the His House, aka the Blonde Boss, coming to you live on this Sunday. First of all, if y'all are hopping on, let me know. Hashtag live if you're watching live. Hashtag replay if you are watching on the replay. Say hello to your girl. Do not be rude. Do not hop on and not say hello to your...
Oh my God, yes. I remember that because she said it like, I might be exaggerating from the previous video, but I feel like she said it like 5 or 6 times. Say hi to your girl. Drop it in the comments. Don't be rude. Yeah. The level that some of these MLMers, and myself included when I was a part of it, I just hit myself with it's fine. Myself included. I used to ask people to comment the most random things, trying to like hack the algorithm. And yeah, the lengths that they go to get those comments is wild.
Oh, girl. Okay, we're gonna get a little salty here. Let me see some salty comments down there. Just drop the word salty in the comments.
Okay, so since I've watched this, I really do feel like she meant to say spicy, but she's saying salty. Salty to me means like bitter. Like I'm salty that my basketball team lost the game. That's how I think of that. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, but I don't think she meant to say salty. Maybe she did. I don't know.
Comments for me, okay? Yo girl, Ashley Crawford, is a little bit sweet, a little bit salty, a little bit fire, a little bit whatever you want to call it, okay? One thing about me, and the people that follow me know this, I do not sugarcoat shit, okay? I don't sugarcoat shit. I am black and I am white. That's how I am. Hashtag salty down there in the comments if you're ready for your girl to get a little salty, okay?
Okay, first of all, there are very few things, if any, in life that are black and white. I think there's so much gray area in everything. So I'm not really sure where she's going with that. It's giving... Do I have permission to give you guys tough love? Do I have permission to be a little real? That's what this is feeling like to me. Oh.
Just do it, please. Y'all want to stick around for this. You're going to want to share this. You're going to want to tag some people in this because yo girl's about to say some things that need to be said. And if y'all saw my recent post, okay, it kind of blew up. People have been taking it way out of context. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to read a little bit about it. But one thing that you will always know about me is you know exactly where you stand. You know exactly how I feel about you, about the situation, about everything that surrounds me and you and where I'm at in life and in our relationship. I don't sugarcoat shit. Sometimes I tell you the things that you need to hear that maybe you don't want to hear, okay? That is what I'm good for. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say one thing.
I feel like she said that like 3 times already. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything that I can count. I don't know.
To your face and another thing behind your back. I am going to tell you at any given point exactly how I feel, why I feel that way. And you know what? If you don't agree, that's okay. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to delete you. No, because that's not how we treat people.
Meanwhile, has me blocked.
It's okay to have differing opinions. What's not okay is toxic positivity. What's not okay is to go on your page and portray to be one thing, portray to say certain things, portray to be a certain way, and then turn around behind the scenes and you're living a life acting completely different, okay? What's not okay is going around.
Is she forgetting that she's in a multi-level marketing company and that's exactly what they teach people to do? That's why we see lifestyle claims. That's why we see all these health claims. Like financial claims. People are taught that in MLMs.
Around in chats and talking shit about people when you're on their page supporting them, loving on them, acting like, oh, I'm so positive, everything's great, I don't want any negativity in my life. But behind the scenes, I'm gonna sit there and shit talk people, okay? No, it's not okay. Who you portray on social media should be what you get in real life. Now, I'm not saying...
You know what's really interesting to me? This has not really anything to do with people in MLMs, but people in general. It's so fascinating to me that people think that they should have a say in what other people post on their social media pages. What? Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. And if some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
That a lot of times I don't go out there and post about every negative thing going on in my life. No, because I try to be a positive, uplifting, supportive person. But I'm not going to lie on my social media about how I'm doing, where I'm at in life, or what I'm thinking or feeling, and then turn around and be living a completely different life behind the scenes or in chat and messenger when I'm not being that way in real life.
You know what? It would almost be more impactful, in my opinion, if she were to give specifics. Some of these MLMers, when they're ranting and you know, on their Facebook Live, like she is here, it's almost like, why do you have to be so vague? Just give the specifics. Because if somebody is how do I word this? Saying one thing and then doing the other, why not just give the specifics on that, you know, instead of being so super vague, repeating yourself 25,000 times, nobody understanding what you're talking about. You're just ranting and raving and people are watching, eating their popcorn because they're like, oh, she's about to go off. But what is she going off about? And most people are like, I have no idea what she's talking about. It's so interesting to me.
I have seen so many people lately posting on their freaking pages oh, I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to be the bigger person. I don't shit talk. I don't want any negative energy. I don't want any of this in my life because I'm protecting my peace. Okay? But then they turn around and in Messenger, they're shit talking. Behind the scenes, they're shit talking. Why is it okay in your Messenger, but on your page, it's not? Why is it not okay for someone to go on your page and spill their truth and talk about their truth? But you can post on your page and act like you're the most positive person in the entire world, protecting your peace. You're this charming princess that never talks shit about anyone and supports everyone on their journeys. And behind the scenes, you're treating people like shit. Not okay, sister. Not okay. Okay?
Can we stop using the word sister, by the way, because it's that's an ick for me, for sure. You can, if you guys want to, you can you can drop your icks. That would be kind of funny. But an ick for me is when another woman calls another woman sister. Like, I'm good.
So what I'm going to talk about is a little bit about what I see going on in this industry right now that is truly disgusting to me. And for those of you that know, I will always put integrity first. I am black and I am white.
Meanwhile, it's a part of the industry.
I am honest. I am transparent. I will never lie to you. I will never lie to my people. I will never lie to my friends. And those people that are on this post right now, on this live, can verify the fact that I don't block people. I support people whether they're with my company or whether they're not.
This is like a virtue signaling Christmas present with a beautiful bow. She's going to call out all of the, terrible behaviors, the predatory behavior. She didn't say that. I'm saying that, the things that are unethical in this industry, but she's in the industry.
I support people whether they've left my business, joined another team. It doesn't matter. I support people because I love them. When I tell someone I love them, it's because I love them. When I tell someone I support them and want them to be happy, it's because I truly do, whether they're putting money in my pocket or whether they're not. And that is 100% straight damn facts. And that is something that you guys will always, always, always get from me, no matter what. You're not going to see me blocking people unless you're truly intruding on my peace.
So what you're saying is, when I did a video talking about the methods that this is an unfortunate pause, but when I did a video on you and the methods, not on you personally as an individual, but the methods that you were using to cross recruit. So what you're telling us is that disturbed your peace? That sounds like cognitive dissonance to me.
You're not a good human because you don't support people, because you talk shit about people, because you see people as a dollar sign, because you're in your chats telling people to block people, poaching people's prospects, talking about them.
Is she mad at her former team, her upline? Do you guys think that's what this is? Did something happen with her previous team when she joined Awakend and they were like, oh, no, we're not. And then people are like going after her leads or whatever. By the way, people are not property. Okay. People can't be poached. Okay. They're people.
Saying that you love them, saying that you're looking out for them, and you're turning around and you're acting one way, posting another way. Not okay. I don't do fake. And that is one thing y'all know about me, okay? I support people. I love people. No matter whether you join my business, whether you don't, whether you tell me to kick rocks, you don't want anything to do with what I'm doing. If you can be a decent human and support me and I support you and we can have mutual, honest, open conversations, I will be your friend and I will be there for you no matter what company you're in. And that is how this industry should be. But y'all, we have gotten so far away from that and it's disgusting. And I'm just saying, I don't care if you view this as negative because I'm not one to be negative. And those of y'all that know me, that know the ins and the outs of me.
I feel like she's saying that because when you are in an MLM, and I'm speaking from my own personal experience, when you're in an MLM and you have somebody that doesn't agree, you have somebody that's like, oh yeah, that's one of those companies. They're not on board with what you are doing, what you are selling, those types of things. You will typically be painted as negative. And in any other industry, any other consumer-based product type industry, you're going to have people that love the product, you're going to have people that hate the product, and everything in between. Remember at the beginning, she said she's very black and white. Well, when you are a consumer, there's tons of gray area. There's people that are like, the product's okay, and everything in between. And in multi-level marketing, in more ways than one, you are taught to be very black and white, in my opinion. So you're either pro MLM or you're against it, which means you're painted as negative, you're painted as a hater, and that's just really not how any other industry works. It's very interesting.
Know that I am one of the most positive, uplifting people you will ever meet in your life. In real life.
By the way, you can be positive and still not agree with what somebody is doing. You can be positive and not support a certain type of business. And again, this is just kind of reiterating what I was just saying. Everything in MLM typically is polarized. It's either positive or negative. You either support me or you're a hater, those types of things. And I think that's what is coming out here from her is there was some sort of a situation. I'd love to know more. If you guys know more, feel free to message me. And that's why she has this like ranting Facebook Live where she's like, I'm going to call out everything in the industry because these things were happening to her. But what I have experienced is typically with these types of behaviors, when you have somebody that is ranting like this, what's an example? I'm going to use this. This is a very specific example, and I have definitely talked about this, I believe, in a previous video or a live. Let's just use the situation with some of the top leaders leaving from Ariel and going over to Bella Grace. So when those individuals allegedly came over from HempWorks to help build Ariel, the methods and the tactics that were being used to cross-recruit, again, allegedly, were okay because it was benefiting Ariel. Now that those people are no longer in that company, and now they're using those same, allegedly, methods and tactics, and people are joining that company, and more than likely, what has been alleged to me, leaving Ariel to join this new company. Now, certain leadership and individuals within Ariel are, I'm going to use her word, salty, because those methods and tactics are now not benefiting them. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. I know you guys get what I'm saying. So I think that's kind of what we're seeing here. We just don't know the details because, they're always so vague.
Life and chats. People in my real life say that, okay, I'm not putting on some ploy for social media. I don't do that shit. I ain't got time to be fake, nor do I have the energy to be fake. Who you see from me is what you get. Now, we might go behind the scenes and have a little disagreement. I'll do the same thing in public, okay? I will say the same things in public that I'll say behind the scenes that I'll say in real life. Why? Because that is real. I ain't fake. And I'm tired of seeing the fakeness in this industry because you can keyboard warrior some positive vibes and positive pictures out there in the world.
I don't think that's what a keyboard warrior is. I don't think that applies here.
But you're not living that life. You can sit there. I've seen leaders post, oh, I'm winning. My team is winning. We're doing so amazing. Yet the people behind the scenes and their team can't pay their effing bills. Their leaders are putting food on their table for them because they can't pay their bills.
I'm going to say this again, even though I said it earlier in this video. This person is still participating in multi-level marketing. So she's talking about how she's upset that people are saying, oh, our team is winning, which is a very common thing that we hear from multi-level marketers. And I will agree with her. There are the majority of people on those teams that are not winning so that those individuals can win. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with her when it comes to that. But the fact that she is in a multi-level marketing company, Awakend to boot, is fascinating to me. So fascinating.
I've seen companies tout, oh, rags to riches. when the person themselves hasn't even been able to pay their freaking bills. Not okay, you guys.
Yeah, I agree. Not okay. Because the industry, according to the FTC, 99.7% of people lose money or don't make any at all. What does that mean? 0.03% of people in the industry are making money. But in order for those people to make money, the 99.7% of people have to lose money, because that's how the money flows upwards. So yeah, it's not okay. But let's also not forget that this person is currently in a multi-level marketing company. We have seen her cross-recruit on her Facebook page, amongst other platforms. So it's kind of like the virtue signaling is strong with this one. But she's over here more than likely doing the same things, in my opinion.
Not okay. And I don't care. I don't care if this stirs up drama. I'm not trying to be negative, because y'all know I'm not a negative person, but I also spit the truth, and I will always be truthful, and I will always be honest about what I see, what I think, what I feel. Disagree with me. That's okay. I'm okay with people. I just spit everywhere. I'm okay
That was really funny.
with people not always agreeing with me. And guess what? I can still be their friend even if they don't agree with me. Why? Because I'm human. I'm real. We don't always have to agree. So let's talk about something really quick. I posted this. I'm going to just get my laptop here, because I posted this the other day, and since then I have had so much hate in my inbox.
I would love to define hate, because for her to define hate, because she just said it's okay if you don't agree with me. It's okay if you don't support me. I'm not going to block you. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. But I guarantee you some of the messages that she's getting in her inbox are just not agreeing with what she is saying, but she's painting them as hate. So she's presenting this in a way like, oh no, it's okay if you don't agree with me. It's fine. I'm not going to do any of this stuff. But then tells us, oh, I'm getting so much hate in my inbox. Well, is it hate, or is it people disagreeing with you? Because one thing I know is that MLMers typically will paint, see what I did there? Okay. They will paint people that do not agree with what they are doing and what they're participating in as hate. But it's just not the case. It's people saying, hey, I don't like this company. I don't, like the recruiting aspect. I don't like the comp plan. I don't like the business model. I don't like multi-level marketing. I don't support multi-level marketing, and they're automatically categorized as hate. So it's very interesting watching her kind of go back and forth.
And honestly, I was just doing it to be real and honest. What I said in this post, if you haven't seen it, it was a few days ago.
Tell us.
I said, I am watching people leave companies and speak their truth and being shamed for it. Yes, there is something to be said for sharing your truth respectfully, but just because someone is revealing some ugly that happened to them does not make them a villain or a negative Nancy. And I had so many people say that they can't stand how one day people are like, oh, they're the best leaders, it's the best company. And then the next day they turn around and they're like, I hate that person, I hate that company. Let me tell you why this happens. It's just like an abusive relationship. Okay, it's just like an abusive relationship.
No, it's
How?
not.
Well, because for so long when you're in that relationship, in that company with those leaders, you're so sucked in to the toxic culture, you don't even realize it. Just like when you're getting into an abusive relationship, they might swoon you. They might, open every door for you, love on you. Your family and friends think they're great. And then once they lock you in and suck you in, then the abuse starts. Then the manipulation starts. But by then, you're so far into it and you keep thinking about all the positive things that they did that you don't even realize how far you've gone down that road.
She is literally talking about about a commercial cult. She's literally describing it. Meanwhile, she's in a commercial cult, in my opinion.
Until you're so deep in it, you don't know how to get out of it. Okay. And then when you're finally set free and you can get out of it and you look back on how it was and what you were going through and who you became, you realize that you actually didn't like it. And you actually were twisted and turned into this narcissistic, toxic culture that you didn't even realize until you were able to get out of it and look back on it. And I promise you, because that's happened to me recently.
Oh my God. Did she just admit that she was experiencing cognitive dissonance? If so, that's very exciting.
I became someone different. I started talking different, speaking different, acting different. People on my team were reaching out to me from my last company saying, you've changed. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I don't understand. Okay? Until I looked back and I realized what was happening. And then I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. Right? Well, let me also tell you what happens. You're with a leader. You're in their team. They're your upline. They love on you. They support you. You're the greatest leader. Your team's so lucky to have you. I'm so lucky to have you. You're so freaking amazing. I just adore you. Oh, yeah. Until you say, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to move on to something different for my family. Then all of a sudden, how dare you? You're so toxic. You're so gross. You're so whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going to block you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want my team around you. How does that happen, you guys?
Because you're in a multi-level marketing company. That's how that happens. And everything is competition based. And everybody is in a scarcity type mindset. That's just my personal opinion, because you are so desperate for sales, for recruits, which the majority of the companies, that's the way that you really make money, is through recruiting other people, which are also your competition. So they're your downline. You got to teach them, but many people don't teach everybody the things that they really, need to be successful. They'll give them the majority of it, but they won't give them the most important part, because at the end of the day, everybody is selling and competing with one another. Everybody. And when we look at the marketing aspect of it, if everybody is doing the same thing, because one of the terms that is used so much in multi-level marketing is duplication. Do as I say. Do as I do, go live every day, do all of these things and make it just like your leader is doing. Well, from a marketing standpoint, when everybody is doing the same thing, nobody stands out, which is the entire purpose of marketing. You market a specific way to stand out from the competition. But in multi-level marketing, you're creating this like dog-eat-dog world where you are recruiting people that you're competing with. That's just how it ends up happening because of the statistics in the industry. So I hope that answers her question. And I really do hope that this person gets out. I really do hope that she is experiencing cognitive dissonance. That's just me being an optimist. I could be completely off base here. I'm sure we've got a lot more video to cover. But I hope she gets out of her MLM. I hope that she's got great points, but she's still in the MLM industry. So it's like, if she were saying this, and she's basically doing what I do in a sense, but I'm concerned that, just like the previous video that I reacted to, that she's doing this to try and cross recruit, because these behaviors do happen in multi-level marketing companies and within those teams. And it's almost like, is she just saying these things to try and recruit the people that are unhappy because they've been told by her previous team, her previous leader, company, that kind of thing, hey, don't follow this person. They moved on to another company. And now she's just trying to cross recruit those people. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Guys, how? I'm just saying, you want to say that I can't leave a company and turn around and say, oh, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. But leaders can't do that. Leaders can turn around in 1 minute, literally sit there and tell you that you're so amazing, the best leader, they're so lucky to be partnered with you. And then the second you want to move on to a new opportunity, now all of a sudden you're toxic, you're gross, you're disgusting.
Yeah. And it's because they're no longer making money off of you and your efforts. And I have talked about this kind of privately with a lot of people. There are things that I'm doing now with my health and my wellness, my lifting, diet, nutrition, those types of things. And if I were in an MLM, that would be applauded because it would be a marketing ploy. But now that I'm no longer in a multi-level marketing company, the very things that I would have been applauded for in doing something different are now not of value to those individuals because they can't benefit off of it. So that's why that happens.
Please explain that to me. Please explain it to me.
I just did.
Also, please explain to me how when you walk into a company like my last one, they can sit there and tell you, bring all the leaders with you. Bring your whole team from your previous company with you. Bring them all. Bring them all. Bring them all. Okay? Bring them all. And
Do you guys remember what company she was a part of before this? Was it Elamir? I don't remember.
they're okay with that. Why? Because it's feeding their pocket. But as soon as you leave and you want to bring your team with you, now all of a sudden, oh, she's so horrible. She's cross-recruiting. She's taking everyone from our company. Not okay.
I agree. Cross-recruiting is not okay.
None of this is okay. None of it. I'm not okay with any of it. And I'm just being real and honest right now because
If you have to keep telling yourself that you are being, or telling your audience that you are being real and authentic, in my opinion, that makes me question, is this person being real or authentic? Because she said this 4 or 5 times by now. It just makes me question. If somebody is genuine, if somebody is trustworthy, they're not running around saying, hey, you can trust me. Like, hey, no, I'm being genuine. I'm being honest. People know when you're being honest. People know when there's a hidden agenda. People know when something is kind of off.
because I truly, truly, truly love this industry. I really, really do. I don't need it. I make good money. Okay. And this isn't to like bash MLM. So I see some anti-MLM comments, and that's okay. You know, I get it. We've all been through hell. A lot of us have MLM PTSD.
No, you're not. No, you are not going to use PTSD and put MLM in front of it like it's an actual diagnosis from participating in multi-level marketing. Absolutely not. I absolutely cannot stand this term being thrown around in that way. PTSD is a diagnosis that requires lots and lots of help, medication, therapy, and to make light of that, to try and say, listen, people that are anti-MLM, it's because they have MLM PTSD. No, people that are against MLMs typically is because they see that they use a predatory business model. They see all the same behaviors that you're talking about in this video. And they're like, no, I'm not gonna support that. I'm not okay with that. Some of us decide to speak up about it. So it's not the fact that people speaking out or that just don't support MLM. It's not that they have MLM PTSD. It's the fact that they see it for what it is, an unethical business model. But when you're in an MLM, you have the MLM filter on, and you don't always see things the way that they really are because you're believing what your upline is telling you. You're believing in the company. You're believing in all of those things that you described as when, being in an abusive relationship. Things start kind of slowly. It's the same thing for when you're in an MLM. You have these little things, these little pockets of time that you give up. And before you know it, your entire day is filled with the MLM, and everything else that used to be your regular everyday life fit into the pockets of your day. You start talking different. I think she even mentioned that. You start acting different. You start posting different because there's a certain type of language in every multi-level marketing company. And that's how we sometimes, as content creators, that's how we know what company that they're a part of.
I love the industry. I truly, truly do. And I hope that we can get back as an industry to a place of love, of beauty, of support, of taking the culture that there's room for us all at the top, because there truly is.
No, there's not. That's mathematically impossible. Also, unfortunate pause. 0.03% of people in multi-level marketing are the ones that are making income, according to the FTC. 0.03%. I don't know what the current statistic is as far as the number of people participating in multi-level marketing, but if it's 0.03% of some huge number that they like to throw around, that is a very small amount of people that are actually making income.
There's truly room for us all at the top.
No.
If we're shit talking another company, if we're shit talking another opportunity, it's not okay. Like, there is a fit for everyone. And not the same company and not the same leaders are a fit for everyone, and that's okay. If someone doesn't join me because I'm not the right fit for them, that's okay. I love you anyway. I hope you find someone that inspires you, that challenges you, that loves you, that makes you feel capable and loved and cared about. I truly hope that for you, whether it's me or someone else. And I hope that we can get back to that place, because y'all, that's what this industry needs. And this industry is changing rapidly, and unless we all get on board, we're screwing ourselves. And this is not an anti-MLM bash, because I absolutely love it. It has changed my family's life, and I don't need it, right? Like,
Wait. Did she just say she likes anti-MLM? I could be reading that completely wrong. She could have been saying, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Make good money. I live off my income from my day job. But I love this industry. First and foremost, because it has created me into the person that I am today. I have the confidence I have.
The industry did not do that. You did that. So if you have changed your heart, how you're feeling, how you're thinking, those types of things, that's not the industry that did that. You're the one that did the work. You're the one that put that effort in.
Because of this industry. I have grown into the person that I am because of this industry. I have been able to be that positive support and change people's lives, whether it be from their relationships, whether it be in their career, whether it be in their financial realm. I have been able to be the person that has helped change lives. And for that, I will forever love this industry. I love growing. I love learning. I love being a leader. I love changing lives. And for that, I'll never leave this industry, most likely. But it also needs to change. So then I'm watching leaders. I posted this in my last post. Watching leaders post passive-aggressive clapback posts about being the bigger person, not crap talking, not burning bridges, not taking the high road. Yet in that very same post, that person is being negative. They're shit talking someone. Don't sit there and post about taking the high road and being the bigger person when you're sitting there calling people out for being classless or disgusting or cross-recruiting or whatever you might be. Don't sit there and tell people to be positive and not crap talk when in your same darn post, you're crap talking. Can I?
You know what this is giving? The girls are fighting. That's what this is giving right now.
Get an amen in the comments, please. Okay? I'm watching people publicly cheer someone on, comment and love on their posts, and turning around in chats and talking shit about that same person. Not okay. Again, don't be someone that you're not on someone's posts and on your own posts and on your page that you're not in real life. Don't sit there and tout this luxury life that you live, this beautiful house.
I feel like this is about one person. I feel like she's talking about one person and trying to turn it into this like teachable moment. Yeah.
Louis Vuitton bags, this beautiful car, when it's all rented, it's not owned. You're going into debt because you have a fucking shopping problem. Sorry, I shouldn't use that word. Because you have a shopping problem.
Wait, didn't she just say don't be negative? And then here don't talk crap about people. What, ma'am? What do you think this is? I mean, if you're going to talk about it, maybe just like say their name. Say it with your whole chest.
And you're putting your family at risk just to go out there and show the lifestyle that you want people to think that you have. Okay? No, just stop. Okay? I'm watching people sit there and bash startup companies. Let me tell you this, sister, I don't care what company you're with.
Again, with a sister. Let's not do that. That sounds very condescending. Ew, I don't like that. And the reason that people are talking about startup companies, like I'm going to use your terminology. A new MLM company is not necessarily a startup company. I mean, it's a new company, but I don't think that you're using that necessarily in the right context. However, the reason that we talk about companies like your company, Awakend, when it actually, just started was because it was operating as a pyramid scheme. What do I mean by that? It wasn't open to customers. People were ranking up solely based off of recruiting. People were bragging about their bonuses and all kinds of stuff. I'm not even getting into the whole patent situation and the who owns the rights to Awakend and the formula and all of that stuff. That's for a whole nother time. And by the way, Chelsea did a phenomenal video on that. If you would like, if you haven't already watched it, I'm sure you have. But this is fascinating. This is very fascinating to me.
Your company was a startup at some point, okay? Newsflash.
So if anybody starts a new company, in your mind, it's a startup. So you're trying to say that Awakend being started, you're basically trying to do a false equivalence fallacy situation here, because the majority of companies that are not an MLM model don't require recruiting. And when your company opened, you guys were solely recruiting, and that's how people were making money. So you can't really compare those two because they're not the same thing at all.
I am watching CEOs of companies and global master distributors and top leaders of companies publicly post about people who have left their company, shaming people for their decisions, speaking poorly about other companies. That is gross.
I actually agree with her on that point. I think if you're a CEO of a non-MLM company, you're not going to respond to people not agreeing. You probably have a media team that handles things like that, but you don't see them posting on their personal page like, oh, I knew this person was toxic and like all of that stuff. I actually do agree with her here. I have seen quite a few things with many companies where the CEOs are putting up passive aggressive posts and stuff like that. Exactly what she's saying. And it makes them look bad, in my opinion. Most CEOs aren't going to pay attention to that. They have other things to handle,
Gross. If your leaders are acting like that, y'all, I promise you that leadership trickles down from the top of the company down. So I promise you, if your top leaders are doing that, if your global master distributors are doing that, if your CEOs are doing that.
She was in Trinant because she's under Megan. I just remembered. For those of you that commented, thank you.
Run for the freaking hills, because it trickles down, okay? Not good. Not good, you guys.
I would call that an industry standard. That's what I would call that. It's not necessarily about the individual companies, the individual teams. I would say that that's probably an industry standard, in my opinion.
And I'm just saying, if you're doing any of this, it says way more about you than the person that you're talking about. If you sit there and say, oh, I'm posting this and it's not directed towards anyone, but if the shoe fits, please. We all know when we get on social media and post, we have something specific in mind that we see happening. Whether it be 2 people, 3 people, 1 person, doesn't matter.
So that's why you're live right now? Not like right now, but that's why you did this live? This all makes sense.
You're not just posting. You didn't just pull that post out of your butthole, okay? No. You're talking about someone. You're talking about a situation that happened. And you know what? When I post, I am too. Yes, I am. And I'm happy to explain what my posts are about and what I'm referring to. I specifically saw a leader, particularly one that was supposed to be one of my best friends, my mentor, my upline, right? The same day, yes, I blocked her when I left that company. Why? Because I saw screenshots of what she was telling my team, what she was telling people about me, what she was saying in chats about me, what she was coming into my inbox saying. So I blocked her, okay? And I'm not gonna lie about that because I truly don't have time for negativity and toxicity in my life. If you're not gonna be a decent human and support me and I support you, sorry, I don't have time for it. But anyway, we hadn't talked for months, you guys. And then the same day that I see a post about being the bigger person, taking the high road, not talking shit, I get my personal cell phone blown up by this person. Blown up about how I'm such a terrible person and there's a reason I don't have friends and that I backslid and, I...
Don't be shy. Tell us her name.
I'm cross-recruiting and all this other stuff.
You were.
Don't post about taking the high road and walking away from toxicity and drama if you're going to turn around and engage in it and start it yourself. I just cannot, you guys. And I'm not talking like truly, I'm like right now, I'm talking about so many different things from my past that I'm watching others go through, some that I haven't experienced myself, but you know, that I'm seeing, I'm getting screenshots. People reach out to me a lot because they know that I'm truthful, because they know what I've been through in this industry. And I'm telling you that
Does anybody feel like she was just all over the place? I mean, did this personally happen to you or not? I just, that was very hard to follow. She was kind of all over the place. Do you guys feel that way too?
I have been through hell in this industry. I've
That's
been
why you
through
should
some
get
of
out.
the shadiest of shady things. And I have also been amongst the best of the best. And let me just tell you, like the upline that I'm with right now, you guys, her and I have been friends for like 4 years.
Megan?
We were sidelines. We were in another company together. I had left. She went on to do other things. I did not choose to join her in those things because I didn't feel aligned with it. She never stopped talking to me. She never blocked me. She never talked shit about me behind the scenes. She continued to be there for me. She continued to check in on me.
You know why? Because you were on her list of recruit leads. You just said it yourself at the beginning of this. It's all fine and dandy until they're not making money off of you. How does she not see that?
me. She continued to love on my posts authentically. She continued to take hours out of her time to talk through things that were going on in the industry with me, the choices that I was making, where I was headed. She looked over comp plans for me when she wasn't going to benefit me at all because I wasn't joining her company or her team. But she did it anyway because that is how true leaders act. That is how people who care about people act. And I'm just telling you, actions speak louder than words. So someone can post whatever they want on their page. Someone can post whatever post they want.
Wait, but I thought at the beginning of this you were upset because of what people were posting on their social media pages, but now you're saying people can post whatever they want.
Make their life look as good as they can. It doesn't matter. It's a highlight reel. Actions speak louder than words. So make sure that you actually know how that person acts in real life. And let me just tell you, if people are if there's a mass exodus in a company, there is a reason. And I promise it's not all of the people leaving that are the dumb ones. Okay?
Wait, what? It's not all of the people leaving that are the...
Yes, leaders come and go all the time. All the time that happens, right? Like we all find different things that are good for us, different, seasons, reasons in our life. And let me just say that you can call someone a company hopper all the F you want. But you know what? If I'm in a corporate job and it's not suiting my life, my family, my pay, if I'm not being treated well there, no one gives a shit if I go down the street and put in other applications and find another opportunity.
So that's another false equivalence fallacy. You're comparing a corporate job to multi-level marketing. A corporate job does not require you to recruit in order to make any kind of money. You're typically, unless you're in a sales job, not making a commission, a small commission off the sale of a product. In a corporate job, you have an hourly wage or salary. In multi-level marketing, you do not. And in fact, if you really looked at the time that you're spending working, whether that's going live, planning posts, reaching out to customers, potential recruit leads, doing what you just said Megan was doing, commenting on people's posts authentically, even if they're not interested in joining you, all of that, you're not getting paid for. In multi-level marketing, you get paid for selling a product and you earn money, for recruiting people. And they are heavy on the recruiting because that's where you make the majority of the money in the industry. So you can't really compare those two. And you're right. If somebody was in a corporate job and they decided to go to another job, most people wouldn't care. But the reason that people care about multi-level marketing and people jumping companies is because we know the reason that happens. So let's just use the example of leaders. Leaders that go to a new company, it's because they know if they get in early, they're going to get ahead. How many times have we watched people that have been in the industry for quite some time say, I was praying for this. I was praying for a new opportunity. It's because they know that if they get in early, they're going to make the most money because they're going to recruit. So you can't really compare those two because they're not the same.
You know what? Company hop. You know what? Do what it takes to find where you align. Now, I'm just saying this because you guys, it's just been a lot to watch this. And if someone, just remember that actions speak louder than words, always.
They sure do.
And I also just want to say that when you join a company, when you choose a leader to join in a company, don't feel bad. Like, you're not obligated to join one particular person because they're your friend or because they were your upline before.
And there we have, in my opinion, the entire purpose of this rant. Very similar to her last video that I reacted to, which was about cross-recruiting. She has done all kinds of, this is the ick in the industry, don't do this, you shouldn't be posting this on your social media page, virtue signaling. And now we're at the point where she's like, listen, so what if you're being recruited by other people in other companies? You're not obligated to sign with them. I feel like she's saying you should sign with me. You know why? Because I'm going to keep it real. That's what this feels like to me now. This all makes so much sense.
Or anything like that, okay? It's a business decision. You're not going to join someone that hasn't been where you want to go. You're not going to join someone that's not going to love on you, encourage you, empower you to be the best person that you can be. You need someone that fits your style. If you don't like getting the information straight up, black and white, don't join me. If you like things sugar-coated and kind of beating around the bush, don't join me. And that's okay. But that's the type of leader I am. I tell you what you don't want to hear sometimes.
Oh, okay. And now we're moving into resume statements. I think she did a little of that earlier too, but now we're really getting into resume statements. Like, this is what you're going to get with me. She did start the video out that way, but the attempt at cross-recruiting was not as clear at the beginning of this as it is right now. By the way, I did not mean for this video to be that long, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. Yeah.
I tell you what you need to hear. I push you outside of your comfort zone.
I tell you what you need to hear? That's not manipulative.
To grow, because that's how I grew. That's how I became the person that I am. And if you just want to be comfortable, if you just want to sit still, that's okay. If you want someone that sugarcoats stuff, that's okay. It might not be me. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather you come to me and say, hey, I'm just getting info. You know, I have had plenty of people recently and over the years tell me, like, you know, it's not my style. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I love you anyway, sister.
Oh.
So let me just like point out a few red flags. Like, okay, we know that a lot of companies do bridges or contracts or pay people to go there. Okay, it happens. But if your CEOs, if your GMDs are going to look you in the eyes and promise that the company's building organically and not doing that when they are, red flag. If you have leaders that are telling you to block people or talking about people when they leave a company, red flag. If you have leaders in chats that are talking about other opportunities constantly and, oh my God, did you see this new company? Oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Red flag. Red flag. Drop some red flags down there in the comments, please. Because you guys, I'm seeing like so much craziness.
She forgot a red flag. If it is an opportunity, if they use the word opportunity, first of all, red flag. If they are talking about how much money they're making, if they are talking about time freedom, financial freedom, if they're doing any kind of lifestyle posts, if they are doing any kind of like rank promotion posts, red flag. Drop your red flags below, not the emoji, but like what are some red flags that you see on social media when it comes to multi-level marketing?
At least just be honest. Just be honest with your people. If you're offering bridges, contracts, just say it. Don't look your people in the eye and say, this is all organic growth. We're not offering people anything. If people are buying spots, if you're in a binary and the people are being placed in random spots instead of organically down the tree, red flag, red flag.
So you're telling me that Awakend, they're moving people organically down the tree instead of being strategic about it? And I use the term strategic very loosely.
Okay? If people are using religion as a means to make people feel like if you get closer to God or if you do this or this or that, you're going to do better in business, red flag.
I agree.
Now, I'm not saying you can't be religious. I'm not saying you can't whatever, right? Like, that's not the point. Don't coerce people or make people feel guilty one way or another. Don't post one thing, turn around and do another. Red flag. If you're all positive on your page and you're talking about people in chats negatively, red flag. If you're telling your team, don't worry about the small people in network marketing. Go find the next big leader. That's the only way you're going to change your business. Red flag.
That's literally every company. Every company looks to sign leaders because they can grow quickly that way, because that leader is typically going to bring over team members from the previous company. That's just how multi-level marketing works.
Newsflash, my entire business, my entire career in network marketing has been built off of little people. That's not what they are. They're average people doing a lot of things, okay?
They're average people doing a lot of things and not getting paid for it. You left that part out because, again, the majority of people in multi-level marketing don't make any money. So there's that.
Okay, I'm here to change average people's lives. I'm not here to find the next big leader. Although if you're a big leader and you want to lock arms with me, let's go, sister, because I love a ride or die.
Oh my God.
You know, I've been locked.
So the little people are not your ride or die, only leaders are? Was that a Freudian slip? Just curious, because that's what it seems like to me.
Locking arms with lots of leaders lately in this new opportunity, and it's amazing. But that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here for the mama who doesn't want to tell her child no anymore.
Oh, now we're going to get into emotional manipulation, and she's going to tell us exactly who her target, I'm going to use the word victim. I'm going to use that word. So she's going to tell us who her target victim or victims are using emotional manipulation. Wow.
I'm here to help the mom put food on her table, to not have to choose between putting her kid in sports and putting food on the table, to put gas in her car, to give her a little bit of freedom, a little bit of confidence, to help boost her up so she feels good about herself. I'm here to help people leave toxic relationships, truly find peace.
And you're probably not qualified to do any of that. Getting people out of toxic relationships. Maybe a therapist could help with that. You're definitely not qualified for that. Wow.
Okay. So if you're being told to don't worry about the little people, just go find the next big leader, red flag. If your company, if you're looking at a company and there's only like very, very, very few, maybe I can count on one hand the amount of people that are actually at higher ranks and making decent money, red flag, it should be distributed. That's what a pyramid scheme looks like. The average.
And what do you think Awakend was or is? What are you that? The money is never distributed evenly in multi-level marketing company. The money flows up. So it's the people at the top that are making money because the people on the bottom are running auto ships and ordering product that person is getting paid off. She's literally standing at this point and it's going over her head. Unbelievable.
Average person should be able to come into your company and make a decent amount of money if they put in the work. Okay? Now, I'm not saying there aren't people out there that want instant success handed to them. And
that's why you guys join new companies. And when I say you guys, I mean leaders. That's why they're looking for the newest company that they can fly into, check it out, come up with some sort of a contract, a performance-based contract, if you will, bridge contract, those types of things. Wow.
When they don't, they get mad at their leader and make their leader look bad and blame it all on their leader, right? That's not okay either, because I can't hand you success. I can hand you the tools. I can give you the resources.
But didn't you just say that you want to help those moms put money on the table, or food on the table, make money to put food on the table so they don't have to pick between sports? But if they're not successful, you're not responsible when you brought them in under those hooks, if you will.
Versus, I can support you, but you got to do the work, sister. That's not what I'm talking about here, okay? I'm talking about the people who are in the trenches grinding and grinding and grinding, and if they're not winning, red flag.
Well, that's the entire industry then, because I've already talked about the statistics multiple times on this video. So the entire industry is a red flag. Thank you for saying that.
Flag. You should be able to bring the 80%ers into your business and help them make an extra $300 a month. That shouldn't be a hard ask in a company.
It is, though.
Okay? So,
because the majority of people are not making that. The majority of people are losing money or not making any at all. So asking for people to grind, using your terminology, to make $300 a month. Yeah.
but if the majority of the people in the company are not making good money, red flag. If the leader that claims to be the top leader hasn't recruited customers and hasn't recruited anyone on their own personal team, red flag. If you have a leader that's not in the trenches doing the work with you, red flag. Just saying. Just saying. If you have a bunch of top leaders that are not even maintaining rank, any rank, red flag. Okay? I could sit here and continue and point out red flags. I think y'all get the point. And again, I'm not trying to be negative here. I really am not. What I'm trying to say is that actions speak louder than words. And what I'm seeing going on right now is totally disgusting. And what I'm going to say is just what I said in this post that I'm reading off of. Okay? If you are doing any of these things as a leader, it says way more about you than about the person you're talking to. If you're making these posts, we all see what's happening. But go ahead, continue to post, act like you're all positive.
Just like we see what's happening on your live here. We all see it.
Act like you're, I'm only positive vibes here. No toxicity in my life. I don't do drama. Okay, we all see what's happening. We all see what's happening.
We sure do.
So I'm just going to say, you don't own people. You don't control people, whether they're on your team or not. People have freedom. And if you believe in them, if you love them as a friend, you're going to love them whether they're with your company or not. And I'm telling you this right now. I have been with companies that legitimately were amazing companies, amazing leadership. It just didn't align with me. And when I walked away from those companies, I didn't have anything bad to say. Why? Because nothing bad happened. Imagine that. Weird.
Just because you didn't have a bad experience in multi-level marketing companies doesn't mean that other people are not.
Now, I've been with a few companies where I've walked away, and am I going to like completely slander someone or something or throw someone's name out there? Absolutely not.
No, instead you're going to go live and you're going to give specific examples of what you think other people are doing, and you're going to be super vague, in my opinion.
But I'm also going to be honest. So if something happens to me and something bad occurs in a company or when I'm leaving, yeah, I'm going to be honest about it. So if someone's leaving a company and they're saying...
So if you were speaking out about something bad that happened to you, would that be negative? I'm genuinely curious.
Something happened and it sounds legit, it probably is. Okay? Now, if they're saying like, oh, my leader didn't hand me the success, my leader didn't whatever, like, okay, like your leader can't make you successful, right? We all get that. It's not what I'm talking about. So just keep an eye out and remember that there's always ulterior motives behind the scenes. And 9 times out of 10, if someone has been loyal and been with a company and then they leave, and they're saying something that happened to them respectfully, not in a negative, slandering, I'm just going to try to get attention kind of way. No, if they're legitimately explaining something that happened, it's probably truthful. Like, I'm just saying that. There's some truth to it. Even if you want to say the truth lies in the middle. Okay? So just remember, do not let loyalty lead you to poverty.
Oh, God.
Because loyalty is hard to find these days, people. Loyalty is hard to find. Good friends are hard to find.
Yeah, but we're talking about a business, according to you, but you're talking about loyalty with friends. So like those two shouldn't have anything in common.
Some people are not actually loyal to you. They are loyal to their need of you. Let me say that.
You know who you should be loyal to? Yourself. Yourself, your family, the people that matter to you, not a company, not a job, yourself.
Again, some people are not loyal to you. They're loyal to their need of you. And when their needs change, so does their loyalty. Some people are not actually loyal to you. They are loyal to their need of you. And when their need changes, so does their loyalty to you. Okay? Actions speak louder than words. Period. End of story. What I'm going to do.
Remember at the beginning, I said there's two things that I love, the ranting, the telling on themselves. Actually, there's a third thing that I really, really enjoy is when MLMers start speaking in Pinterest quotes. So that's what we're seeing here.
Is I'm going to sit over here, truly in my peace, and appreciate and value everyone's freaking decisions. Okay? I'm going to cheer all my boss babes on. I'm going to cheer all my friends on, whether you join my company or whether you don't, whether I'm your style of leader or whether I'm not, whether you're a little person or a big leader. If you want to link arms and run with me, let's freaking do it, sister.
Ugh.
If you find somewhere else that aligns more, freaking do it, sister. There's room for us all at the top. I'm going to cheer you on. I'm going to be your friend. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to bounce ideas off of things with you. Why?
Because everybody is a recruit lead in your eyes, in my opinion.
Because I truly care about people. There is room.
If you, this is not towards her. If people really cared about other people in multi-level marketing, they wouldn't be in multi-level marketing. Period.
For us all at the top.
Not really.
All right, y'all. I'm off my rant. I'm off my soapbox, okay? I know this is probably going to blow up. My inbox probably going to be crazy. But...
So was that the whole purpose? To piss people off so that you could get some interaction? It's giving bad press is still press.
Let's just say, I love you guys. I am extremely positive. If you talk to the people in my real life, you're going to get the same story that you get from me on social media. I am salty. I am sweet. I care too much sometimes. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I say exactly how I feel. I have nothing to hide. I've been through hell and back. I am not a statistic. I will never be a statistic. I am an overcomer. I am a freaking warrior. I will teach you to be a warrior. I will be your supporter, your confidant. I will be there for you if you need me personally, professionally. Okay? Because that's who I am. And you're going to get the same version of me in my inbox as you do on my social media, as you do in real life, as you would if you picked up the phone and had a conversation with me. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay? That's all. Love you guys. If you found value,
we're done with that. How are you guys doing? That was a lot. I feel like it was a great example of all the behaviors that we see in multi-level marketing companies, and some of which I used to participate in as well, which is why I do what I do. So if you loved today's video, I know it was another long one, so I hope you guys love that. If you loved it, feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, do all of those things. If you'd like to become a member, there is a link in the video description that you can click on and become a member. We have a fun Discord. It's a lot of fun. Anyways. Don't join an MLM. Okay? Don't do that. That's all I got. This was a long one. I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.